my name is Anne and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Quilty Fun episode 47. It is Friday morning. I'm a little late getting this up because I've had a really busy couple of days and I just haven't had a chance to sit down at the sewing machine until today. It's actually warmed up. Yes, that horrible little cold snap we had is gone. So it's lovely out today. I took Toby out for a walk this morning, bumped into a neighbor, so we had a bit of a gab. I think Bob was going to send a search party out looking for me because I took so long. But anyway, so if you're new here, welcome. I am originally from England, moved here when I was about 25, and I've been here over 40 odd years now, retired and living a crafty life. I do knitting on Mondays, cross stitch on Wednesdays, and quilting or sewing on Fridays. And as it's Friday, it means we're going to be doing some quilting. Yes. I got my brand new box in from Tobyknits. This is a puzzle mystery quilt, and if you've never done a puzzle mystery, they are the best fun ever. I'm not kidding, they really are. This was the colorway I chose, which is Crimson Canyon, and it's holiday style by Satin Moon Designs for Blank Quilting Co. So on the back here, they give us a list of the colors and they number them so that, or letter them, so we know which ones we need to grab and sew together, because everything is pre-cut. It comes in a cute little bag that's pre-cut. Clue 5, clue 2. They all come in these little bags and everything's cut for you. You don't do any cutting. Fabulous. So you don't need any special equipment. You don't need rotary cutters. You don't need cutting mats. You don't need any of that stuff. It comes pre-cut, and you will get in their new vault. So you'll go online and you will get this each month. So you don't get them all at once. No, no, no. You get to do them once a month. You can, if you get the whole box sent you at once, you don't pay shipping wherever you're from, Canada, England, wherever. If you get them monthly, then obviously you have to pay shipping, and they come in a little cardboard sleeve. But this is the best way to do it, really it is. Then you've got everything for the whole month, the whole quilt along, let's say. And yeah, it's really fun. And you get, this is Flat Nancy. So what you're supposed to do is when you've taken, you've sewn up your piece that month, you take a picture of it beside Flat Nancy and send it to them. Maybe it's on Instagram, I'm not sure. And you get entered in for a prize. So there's lots of ways. I also have a code. And the code is, what is the code? Ann West, I think. I'll put it on the screen, and if you sign up using that code, you will get a free gift in your first package. So today, let me put this on the floor. It's very heavy, very heavy. I am going to sew up clue 1, and you can join me while I do it. So this is what our clue 1 is going to look like, and we are going to make 2 exactly the same. So I am going to make sure I've got this handy. The other thing I like to do with this, sometimes you can photocopy it and have it, or take a picture on your phone, because this is the part you actually want. So what I do with it is I will write the color of the thread. So I'm going to use white. So I know that, because we, you know, as sewers, we're always doing different projects and changing our thread, right? I am gonna set I'm using my regular foot, but set at position 1. So regular foot, number 1, and I am using a 2.0 stitch length. So I've written all that at the top. So each month when I get my new clue and I go to sew it up, I know what I'm doing. I then leave that right in front of me so I can see it. So I have emptied my bag of all the pieces, and I'm going to try and move you down so you can see it now. Okay, so I have all my pieces here, and the way I like to do it is I will put all the triangles and all the squares of the same color on top of each other, so I know that they're all there ready to go. And the first thing we are going to do is we are going to sew, let me move them out the way, and that out the way, a big A, okay, so that's this one, and we're going to make 2 of these, so a big A, and here's my 2 pieces. An A will go on this side, and a big C, and C is the dot ones. 1, 2. So we are going to sew these both together and have the dark going that way when we press. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to fold these over. Because this is a big piece, I definitely will clip or pin. So I'm just going to make sure I'm lining all my edges up. Like that. And I am just going to sew right up there. I don't bother to do the before and after back stitch because this is going to eventually be sewn onto something else. So here is our piece, and I am going to position it so that when I press it, the dark color is the direction I'm sewing it, pressing it. It's up towards the dark. You want to make sure you're pressing it in the right direction, because when you go to put them all together later, we want to be able to nest our pieces. Next, we're going to take a small C fabric and a small F and put them together like that. So line them all up. We are then going to sew down there. Once they're lined up, give that a press. And then we are going to add a square right beside it so it looks like this. And the square, of course, is the F fabric. It's a bit hard on mine to tell the difference between the F and the A. Here's the A, for example. I don't know if you can see that difference. But they're both red. But one's more deeper red. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So that's all put together. And the next part of our instructions tell us to do the same thing as this. So make these 2 half square triangles into a square and join to another square, but using the square on the other side. And look at this one. I have had to put those 2 colors that are very similar beside each other. This is going to be so cool. So now that we've got these 2, we're going to actually put these 2 pieces together. So how we're going to do that, and this is where I need my instructions so that I can make sure I've got all my colors in the right spot. So F is the big square. Oh no, I don't think I sewed that right. What is C? Oh, I did. Okay. You gotta make sure you got it all the right way. So F, C, F, F, okay, then F, A, F. Oh, that's hard work. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip it over, and I want to make sure that the center, and again, you can see we're gonna nest those seams because press them in different directions. The centers line up first and nest together. So I will pin them together. Then I can line up this 2 sides, the 2 edges. This one and that one. So I am going to do that now. Okay, so our next part is we're going to join this lovely piece. I'm sorry the lighting isn't much better. I'm right in front of the window, and I'm not sure if it's picking up the light properly. To this piece, to the big triangles. So I want to make sure A is at the top, C is at the bottom, C is over here, F, 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 A. So because I want to make sure I'm lining this center part up here, but there's nothing here to line up, I'm actually going to fold this in half and make a little pinch so that I've got a little crease mark. Can you see that? And I'm going to line the crease mark up with this seam. By doing that and pinning it, I should be able to, that will enable me to have this centered properly. And then I'm just gonna pin the rest. And I am just gonna sew down here, and it will look like this when it's finished. So this is half of our block. So what do we do for the other half now? Oh, we're gonna do the same as we did before. We're gonna get 2 half square triangles and attach it to a D square. That's pretty easy. I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so that's what we've just done. We have sewn together the 2 little half square triangles to make a square and added it to the other square exactly the way it's telling us in the instructions. And the instructions are super easy and super clear. And you can already tell we've done 3 of these now, so it's not a hard thing to do. Next, we are going to add the big D color rectangle, and you got to be a bit careful. They do tend to put their colors together once they've cut, but this particular fabric has a pattern on this side, but it almost looks the same on the other, but it's not. I don't know if you can see the difference. If I turn it like, it's really hard to see when I'm holding it up, but I have, if here you might be able to see the difference. So I have to make sure I've got the right pieces together, and these are going to get sewn together like that. Again, I am going to fold this in half, pinch it to get a little crease and line the little crease up there, and sew that. I don't know if you can hear Bob. He's outside mowing the lawn. I don't know how many times he's mowed the lawn in the past week and a half that we've been back from Nova Scotia, because we got terrible rain for a couple of days, and the grass has just been like crazy. So I'm going to sew that, and then I'm going to do this one again. I'm going to crease it. That's the right side, and that will go there. I think this is some kind of a grunge fabric, this light gray. And of course, my voice is croaky because I can't stop sneezing right now because goldenrod is out, and that makes me sneeze like crazy. So I'm going to sew these two in a second. I want to just get the last piece organized. So our last piece is going to be the A square, which is this one. See, they're together, so unseparate them. I don't really ever care which or how to orientate these, because we never know how they're going to end up going in the quilt. Then we need F, which is this one, and F is going to go that way. So F, A, and then I need the D, which is this one, which I better make sure I've got like that. And that's gonna go that way. So we've essentially made a big half square triangle. And then this will go there, like that, eventually. But first, I will sew these two together, press them open, sew that one, press it open, sew this one, press them all together. And I'll be back and show you what we do next. We are almost finished now. We've got to put these two blocks together here. So let me see. D, what was D? The gray. So I need it to be where is this gonna go? A, what was A? That one. F, C. That's gonna go there. Oh, I don't know if I've done that right, because I think that should be the other way. Did I not do that right? No, I sewed it the wrong way. I have to fix that. Totally messed this one up. This got here, totally messed it up, because it should be, the A should be at the bottom. So I had to completely rip the whole block apart, which is fine. I got lots of time. So it should be A at the bottom, then D, then D. So these are going to go together like this. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. So these will go like this. Let's press that one open now. And then that goes A, D, D, down this side, not this side. So this is how this clever little thing should look. Let me make sure I got everything lined up. Okay, so that's what it's meant to look like. Way different from what I had. So now we can put A, D, D, D with C, A, F, D. Oh, now that makes more sense. And we've got two seams we can line up. So I will line them up. Nesting them together beautifully, and do these two pieces, drop to pin. I want to make sure that's lined up at the bottom too. Make sure it's all lined up nicely before we pin that one, and we're going to sew those together. And then we're on the last part. Obviously, I still have to rip out that other block and fix it. But I'll do that after. So there's this piece. So now we're going to join this piece to one of the big top pieces that we did earlier. So again, let's make sure we get all of our colors the right way. I think it's going to go like that. A up here, C, D, 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 A, C, F, 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 A. Okay, that's how it's going to go. So we are going to line up these two here, and I'm going to fold that in half, crease it, so I've got somewhere to line that one up. So let's turn them around so it's easier. Line them all up and sew them together. Gosh, I'm starving. I only had a piece of toast for my breakfast. It is now 12:20. It's lunchtime. Let's line that up. And we want this one lined up with that one. And the end of this end here. And then I am going to sew all the way down there. Okay, so I'm back. What did you think of that? It is now 12:30. So it did take me a bit longer than normal because I had to fix a square I got completely wrong. But it doesn't take long to fix, and they're really interesting designs to put together. So basically what we've got is clue 1. And clue 1 is this, and there are 2 of them. It's super hard to tell what that is going to be, and it's really, with the fabric is beautiful, but I'm not sure about this bit. I mean, what is that? But I can sort of see all these triangles going in that direction. But then what about this one? It's so hard to tell what's going to happen. So there's 2 of these, and at some point they will go into our quilt in a certain position, of which yet we don't know. But I love doing these Cotton Cuts puzzle mysteries. They're so much fun. They literally don't take long, hour and a half tops maybe. And yeah, so I always do these little videos just to show you how easy it really is. You're just lining pieces up together and sewing them. The other thing that happened this week is I got some more of my Peter Rabbit fabric in because I love this fabric, number 1. Isn't it cute? But I wanted to make some more floss bitty bags. Bag like this for my Peter Rabbit to go in, but I don't have a floss bitty bag, which is super handy. They're so small they can actually fit inside the bag. And then when you're out and about somewhere, you've got somewhere to put all your bits of flosses if you're at a retreat, or if you're just out with some girls and you're stitching. So I needed more of this. And I get this from a place in where is it? Niagara-on-the-Lake. So it's really nice fabric, and yeah, I don't actually know what brand of fabric it is. There isn't a selvage for me to look at, but I just absolutely love my little Peter. So I'm going to be making some more floss bitty bags with these, and I might even make another bag for the shop, another cross stitch bag. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed coming along and watching me put together clue 1 of Wild West, the new Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. I will leave all the details below as to where you can find it. If you want to order some yourself, don't forget my code. And I will be back on Monday for some knitting, and super excited because tomorrow I'm meeting up with a couple of podcasters. Not telling you who, but I was with them last weekend, and we are going to the Stash It Fiberfest in Kemptville, Ontario, and we're going to meet up, we're going to walk around, check everything out, and then go for lunch together. So I might take you along for the journey, and then after that I'm picking the kids up and we'll bring them back for sleepover. Okay, see you Monday. Bye.